welcome to everyone. In the last session we have discussed about construction of DC machines. Now we are going to discuss about classification of DC machines. Classification of DC machines. Based on the excitation, the DC machines are classified into two types. The first one is separately excited, and second one is self-excitation. The self-excitation, again, it has been classified into three types. The first one is shunt, second one is series, and third one is compound. A compound machine is nothing but a combination of shunt and series. And the compound, again, it has been classified into two types. The first one is long shunt and second one is short shunt. This is the classification. And of course, in compound machines, these two are based on the connections. And one more classification is there, we will discuss at the time of compound machines. Now, first one, separately excited DC generator. Okay, now if you observe it, a generator, this round symbol is going to represent the armature of the DC machines, and these rectangular boxes are going to indicate the brushes of the DC machine. And generally, a generator, if I am taking this is my generator, compulsory it has to be driven with a prime mover. So mechanical energy has to be converted to electrical energy. So it is going to be rotating in clockwise direction. Now this generator will consisting of some armature resistance, let RA, and which is going to be given to some load. Now, in order to generate the EMF EG in the generator, some magnetic field is required, and that magnetic field is going to be separately excited. Based on the excitation itself, it has been classified. If you see here the circuit, there is no electrical connection between the field winding and the armature winding. Okay, now let EG is the EMF generated in the generator, which is when because of closed loop, a current is going to be produced, that is nothing but IA. And at the same time, some amount of current is going to be given by the battery of excitation, that is nothing but my field current IF. Now, if you observe it, I can able to write, now there is the existence of a closed loop here, the IA current is going to be flowing like this. Let V is the terminal voltage across the load. Now I can apply KVL. By KVL, by Kirchhoff voltage law, EG is the source which has been generated. So the amount of voltage, what KVL says that the algebraic sum of the voltages in a loop is equal to 0. So EG is the generated voltage. So IARA is the voltage drop across the armature resistance plus the voltage V plus what is the, of course, with this we have completed the KVL, and at the same time when the commutator is going to be rotating, there will be some amount of spark is going to be occur between the commutator and the brushes. So some amount of spark is going to be occurred, that is nothing but a brush drop will occur, which is of very, very small in magnitude. Of course we can neglect it, but when we are writing this and you are doing the problems, this is compulsory, we should not neglect it. Okay, now multiplying with current IA on both sides, then EG into IA is equal to IA square RA plus V into IA plus brush drop into IA. What it represents? See here, EG into IA. It is nothing but voltage into current. That is nothing but the power. So, which represents power developed by the generator. The power developed by the generator, and that too, it is nothing but the electrical power, because the mechanical power has been converted to electrical power. So electrical power has been generated to, mechanical power has been converted to electrical power. Next, IA square RA, it is nothing but copper loss, which is of loss component, and V into IA represents the electrical power output. Simply we are going to be call it as output power. Whatever the V into IA, this one is going to be power utilized by the customers. Okay, this is the situation. Next, at the same time, some amount of torque is going to be developed here. Okay, so the electromagnetic torque into angular velocity is equal to EG into IA. So the electromagnetic torque developed by the machine is nothing but EG into IA by omega, where omega is nothing but angular velocity, 2 pi n by 60, where Kaplan is nothing but omega is equal to 2 pi n by 60, where n is speed in RPM. So this is about generator. Next, coming to, at the same time, we will also discuss about the motor also. So how, in case of motor, how it develops. Separately excited DC motor. Now see here, my armature brushes. Now it is a motor M which consisting of the armature resistance Ra. Now a motor is nothing but the conversion of electrical energy to mechanical energy. So, and it is going to be a separately excited. This is the magnetic field, and the excitation is separated. Let IF is the field current, and V is the input supply voltage, and the current direction is opposite to that of generator, whereas the generator is going to give the current, but a motor which always takes the current. That is nothing but the input energy is electrical energy and output is going to be a mechanical energy. And here an EMF is developed in the armature. let EB is the EMF developed. What EB? EB is nothing but back EMF. There is some information is there about back EMF. Here simply the EMF generated is nothing but we are going to call it as a generated EMF. Here also an EMF is going to be generated, but here we are going to be call it as back EMF. Why it is called as back EMF means, even though it is a motor, some amount of generator action will also take place. Okay, so and whatever the EMF developed in this, which is going to be opposite to that of the existing voltage. So which is going to be same as opposite. That's why back opposite direction. Simply we are going to be called it as back EMF or counter EMF. Now in this the current direction is like this. In a similar way I can apply KVL. What's KVL is nothing but V, the input supply voltage is equal to IaRa plus EB plus brush drop. I am writing a shortcut. BD is nothing but brush drop. Simply remember that. Okay. So similarly, if I multiply with Ia on both sides, V into Ia is equal to Ia square Ra plus EB into Ia plus brush drop into Ia. And of course, if we neglect this, EB is equal to V minus IaRa. Whereas in general scenario, we can write E is equal to V plus or minus IaRa, plus for generator and minus for motor. Simply we can remember like this for a separately excited DC machine. So V into Ia, what it represents? It is nothing but voltage into current, which represents the power that is nothing but input electrical power. Because it is a motor, the motor will always take electrical energy and convert it to mechanical energy. Ia square Ra, it is also, it represents the amount of copper loss. Why the name has been copper loss means, because in the armature the winding is going to be made up of copper material, we are going to be called it as copper loss. And EB into Ia is nothing but mechanical power developed. Okay. Now, the same way, the amount of torque developed by the motor, that is nothing but the armature torque TA is equal to EB into Ia by omega, or simply we can also call it as electromagnetic torque. Okay. Now, the amount of mechanical power developed, that is nothing but simply the amount of mechanical power means EB into Ia. The mechanical power PM mechanical power developed PM is equal to EB into Ia. That thing EB is equal to V minus IaRa. From this expression I can write it. EB is equal to V minus IaRa into Ia. That is nothing but V into Ia minus Ia square Ra. And at the same time, the brush drop has been neglected here. Okay. Now, in order to get the maximum amount of mechanical power, what is the condition? So, at what condition maximum amount of mechanical power has been developed? And what is that? In order to get the maximum amount of mechanical power developed, just we have to do the differentiation with respect to the current IA. Why only with respect to IA? Means because as the load goes on variation, because as the load on the motor is going to be vary, mechanical load is going to be vary, the amount of current magnitude is goes on changes. So that's why we always do with respect to the current IA. Okay, so condition for maximum mechanical power development. Condition for maximum mechanical power developed. Simply that is nothing but dPm by dIA and make it equal to 0. Okay, so what is d by dIA and what is PM? PM is nothing, already we have this here. V into IA minus IA square RA, and it should be equal to 0. So derivative of V into IA is nothing but V, and d by di of IA is nothing but 1 minus 2 times of IA into RA equal to 0. So IA is so V is equal to 2 times of IA RA. So IA is equal to V by 2 RA. This is the condition for maximum mechanical power developed. So this is nothing but current at which maximum mechanical power developed. Now how much is the maximum power? Now at the same time, if I can substitute this in this equation, EB is equal to V minus IARA. So V minus IA is nothing but V by 2RA into RA. RA is going to get cancelled. V minus V by 2. If we do it, EB is equal to V by 2. So that is nothing but the maximum amount of mechanical power is going to be developed when the applied voltage, when the half of the applied voltage is equal to the amount back EMF produced, is nothing but maximum amount of mechanical power developed. Okay, and how much amount of maximum? This is the condition. Okay, at what condition means when the current is V by 2 times of IARA, and one more is EB is equal to V by 2. That is half of the applied voltage. This is the condition. Condition for maximum mechanical power developed. Now what is the magnitude of maximum mechanical? Okay, so now we will see that. PM max. Already we have discussed that maximum power is nothing but EB into IA. Okay, and at maximum power developed. Okay, so what is EB? EB is nothing but V by 2, and IA is nothing but V by 2 RA. So that is equal to V square by 4 RA. This is the maximum mechanical power developed of a separately excited DC motor machine or DC motor. Okay, and at this condition, what will be the efficiency? We have to discuss right now. Okay, at maximum power developed condition, what is the efficiency? Okay, the input power is V into Ia, but Ia is equal to V into Ia is V by 2 Ra. So the input is V square by 2 times of Ra. And coming to maximum efficiency, that is nothing but output power by input power. The output power is nothing but mechanical power, that is nothing but maximum mechanical P in max. This is the output mechanical power developed is V square by 4 Ra, and the input electrical power is V square by 2 Ra. V square and Ra gets cancelled to 1s, 2 2s. So that is nothing but 1 by 2. So the maximum efficiency in terms of percentage is 50%. It is similar to maximum power transfer in case of circuits, electrical circuits. So in this situation, the copper losses are always going to be maximum. So this is a condition for maximum amount of mechanical power developed. This is about separately excited DC machines. Of course, first I told DC generators and next DC motors, and at the same time maximum amount of torque power has been developed. We have done it, and how much is the efficiency?